Tonight is our family pizza night, and I can't have any. Only because it's actually a choice, but it's a good choice. I have Hashimoto's, and gluten is a big no-no. I put a request out there on Facebook. I wanted ideas for what to do in my videos. And one of the suggestions was to show one of my favorite meals. So I'm going to cook that tonight for dinner because it's pizza night, and can't have the pizza because I gave up gluten. Oh gosh, I'm probably on week 7 now, and I'm feeling really great, and the inflammation is pretty much gone away. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm going to walk you through my favorite meal, and hopefully it encourages you to just get creative in the kitchen and realize that healthy eating is pretty easy. Normally, I would just use whatever I have in the fridge, but I did go to the store today. So I am going to chop all these up and put them in my stir fry. I like to add a little superfoods in there. Normally I use yellow onion, but I thought I would try some Vidalias, and I prefer to use olive oil, but you can also use vegetable broth that cuts down on the fat, and then can never have too much garlic, so I like to put that in there as well. And then I have all these different dried herbs from my mom's garden, and so I usually just kind of at will decide what I'm going to put in depending on how I feel that evening. And of course, salt and pepper is always a good thing, but you can use any combination of veggies that you want. Now I have all my veggies prepped. I think that kind of ends up being probably the hardest part about making this meal because it's just a little time consuming, but I like to chop my veggies really big. I love the texture of just having the bigger chunks. It just makes it more appealing, I think. Again, I am using extra virgin olive oil, and I am generous with it. These healthy fats are so good for us, and when you're thinking about keto, you really have to kind of not be scared of using the oils. I love all that color. Now this is going to take a little time. I have to lower the heat a little bit. You're not supposed to heat olive oil up very hot. I'm not really sure why, but I like to start like this. I like to get that coating of oil on there. It gives it a nice crisp, and then in a little while I'll probably add some of the vegetable broth just to kind of help provide some steam. I could also use water if I wanted to. Vegetable broth does have quite a bit of sodium in it, so if you are watching your sodium, then water works too. You can even put a lid on it to let it steam a little bit, but I do like putting that oil in. I like to get my veggies going, and then I like to add the garlic in. You can use as much or as little as you want of that. And then this Super Seeds Chia Flax and Hemp is going to add some fiber and protein and omega-3s. This is really great if you are plant-based. Help you get some of those essential nutrients in your body. And this isn't taking very long at all to do. I love all that stuff that gets stuck to the bottom. I love just scraping that all off. so flavorful. So aside from the salt and pepper, I've decided to add parsley, purple basil, and spinach flakes. And I love this purple basil. It is so, so good. And I like to put that in once it's pretty much complete. That way I don't overcook the herbs. It just gives that extra flavor. And a lot of times I won't put the salt and pepper in until I'm ready to eat it. Now, veggies as a side dish is really good. You could use it as a side dish, you could use it as a main meal, and if you want to add a little more bulk to it, you can add rice, or I like this brown rice pasta. It's gluten-free. There's several different gluten-free pastas out on the market. I like to add a little bit of this to my veggies once they're cooked. Just gives it more of a complete meal for me. My water is boiling now, so I'm going to add my pasta. That was just a little bit of the seeds that was left, but you know what? It's all good. I'm just going to use the same spoon here. So my pasta is done now, and I've already drained that. So I just add it right to the pan. Mix that up a bit. Get all those flavors, bits and pieces into the crooks and crooks and nannies. Crooks and nannies, what is it? Into the squigglies of the pasta. Now just look at that. Oh, that looks so beautiful. This is just a really great base meal that you can add anything to. You can have it with chicken. Instead of pasta, you could use rice. I've added slivered almonds before. Literally, this is like everything but the kitchen sink kind of meal, and that's why I love. I feel like I'm being creative, but I'm just really just throwing a bunch of stuff in a pan. So it's really just super simple to do, and I love the flavors and the textures and everything. And you can add whatever seasonings you like. I'm not going to add the vegetable broth today because I don't feel like I need to. I feel like it cooked really quick, and that's really all my thoughts are about is sometimes I don't feel like cooking, and to have something that I can just throw together really quick is just really a great go-to for me, especially when I'm trying to eat healthy and stay gluten-free. And it smells amazing, and I am hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. I hope you have a great